Welcome to the show, ladies and gents. We're here. We talk about wrestling.
Charlotte beat me. I put you in a neck brace before. I have no problem doing it again.
You haven't seen it, honey?
Oh, bitch! No, the fuck y'all did that! So much balls. What happened? There's too much balls on that rash. Too many red balls. Look at all these balls. Look at this. Damn! Oh, Jesus! We are witnessing child abuse on TV, Lord. Oh, have mercy. Now, watch your mouth when you talking to me, ho. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. You ain't getting nothing. You don't get nothing. You either earn it or you don't. You pasty bitch. That ain't how this works. Uh-oh, hit it with a zigzag. Let's go, baby. Let's go, dog. Let's go. I'm fucked with it. We sick of your shit.
Hey, girl, hey. Life, relationships, pop culture.
Well, go ahead. I'm listening. And he'll be looking at me. He will be looking at me and he will go to sleep. He will go to sleep. Look at me in my face. I'm talking to you.
We talk about it all, baby. So, y'all ready? I know y'all ready. Because it's showtime. And that's on the ancestors, baby. Well, ladies and gents, Raw is over. Okay, we're going to get into it. Ooh, did I spill a soda?
It's right here.
I handed it to you, right? Okay, sorry. I thought I spilled my ginger ale, child. I was a little scared. I thought my bad. I said, I'm down my bed. Anyways, y'all listen. Raw is over, and we pretty much just got a decent Raw today. There wasn't really much to set up, but there was some things set up. Okay, so next week we got a couple of matches already set to roll out. Okay, so next week the number one contender for Bianca Belair's match championship will be decided, and it is going to be between Bayley and Alexa Bliss. Heaven knows I would rather it be Bliss and then watch her descent into madness rather than it be Bayley again. I do not want to see Bagley Mishka in the ring again wrestling Bianca. I'm tired of it. I don't want to see it. They got to figure out something else to do, okay? And hopefully Bliss is the answer to that, because I can't take another Bagley and Bianca match. I just can't. It ain't that it's a bad match. It ain't that it ain't gonna snap. It's that I'm tired of seeing it. We're tired of seeing it. I'm tired. Okay. We also saw Seth Rollins rile up Bobby Lashley. It's no secret that Bobby Lashley is a hothead. So it was very easy for Seth Rollins to continue to double down on Bobby Lashley's shortcomings and attack his character in terms of his jealousy or lack thereof of Brock Lesnar. And of course, him being angered that he lost to Brock Lesnar in the way that he lost to him, and then Brock Lesnar just disappearing off the face of the earth. That rubbed Bobby Lashley the wrong way, as it would anyone. And because Seth Rollins is using that as fuel to take Bobby Lashley off of his game, this led to an explosion between these two men. They just was fighting the way cats and dogs would fight. Like they was just out there brawling. And it got so bad that Bobby Lashley, in his fit of rage, ended up spearing a WWE producer. This caused some major backlash. One, to where wide-hipped Adam came out there and told Bobby as he was leaving, look, we understand that it was a mistake. We saw what was happening, but you've got to control yourself. This is a mistake that cannot happen again. And Bobby's like, so if an official gets in my way, I'm supposed to just pretend like he's not there. He's like, no, you're supposed to have some restraint. Just make sure it doesn't happen again. He tells him, you make sure your boys stay out of my way. No, RoboCop, that ain't how this works. You see, you control your behavior and everybody around you will control theirs. You see? You see how simple that is? That's how it works. I know you're a bit of a meathead, so it's difficult for you to understand sometimes, but it's really simple because 1 plus 1 equals 2. So if you, the first one, stay away from the second one, you two won't cross paths, bitch. Goodness. And maybe you need to, like, I don't know, take some anger management classes, calm yourself down, because it's really not that deep. And if you're not mad about losing to to Brock Lesnar in a situation with you and Brock Lesnar, Seth Rollins would not be able to get underneath your skin the way that he has, Bobby. Okay. Now, the show opened up with the Usos. Earlier that night, the Usos and of course the bloodline extended from Roman Reigns beat the hell out of Elias to the point where he was incapacitated and could no longer compete with Matt Riddle. So Matt Riddle had to find a replacement partner, to which his replacement partner was Kevin Owens. Now, Kevin was in the match, got super kicked. The match broke down towards the end. The Usos ended up retaining their championships. As this match broke down, they tried to attack Riddle and triple team him, but Kevin had an equalizer, came in and attacked everybody and ran them off. This left Solo in the ring with Matt Riddle. Now, prior to the match being over, Matt Riddle did a suicide dive essentially onto Solo. So this kind of pissed Solo off. Now, you have to remember, this is the 13-year anniversary of Umaga's death. Umaga was an OI family member. I believe he is Solo's cousin. Okay? Y'all don't quote me, but I do believe that's his cousin. It's definitely Roman's cousin. And I think it's his second or third cousin. I can't tell you what tier it's from, but I know that is his cousin. Okay. Now, he came out there with his thumb tape, just like his big cousin had his thumb tape. Solo is a perfect amalgamation of all of his cousins in terms of wrestling, but he most likely, and he has the most likeness to Umaga. He embodies him when he wrestles. His aggression is very similar to his cousin Umaga, and he also has a similar, I don't know, he has that innate, like, sheer speed that Umaga had. It's just like watching a train barreling at you. It's a very scary thing to look at. But I would highly recommend that you go back on the WWE network and check out some Umaga stuff if you can find it. I mean, on the Peacock network if you're here in the States. If you're outside of the States, it's the WWE network. With all that being said, he beat the hell out of Matt Riddle to the point where Matt Riddle had to be put on a stretcher and taken out. Okay. Hold on a second, y'all. Anyways, I got all types of lost in the sauce. Okay, so Umaga is his uncle. He related to him. That's all that matters. Anyways, you had he beat the hell out of Riddle. Riddle got carted out on a he got carted out on the stretcher and the ambulance came and took him away. He was selling it as if he was really, really hurt, which it's possible, but I highly doubt. And there you have it. That was pretty much the majority of Raw, the first half. Second half was more specifically focused on JBL's poker tournament or poker invitational, which led to some matches outside of the match with Theory, Mustafa Ali, Dolph Ziggler. Okay, so let me just tell you how I understand where this may be heading, but it doesn't look good. It always looks like you're giving Mustafa Ali a breadcrumb only for him to for you to throw it in the trash. Do you understand what I mean? Like it's like you're trying to make it appear as though you're booking him properly, but in fact you don't really care how he's booked and you're just using him to get push forward a narrative of whatever story you're trying to portray. Austin Theory, in my opinion, is a great wrestler. I will never take that from him. He has great wrestling capability. Always was a solid wrestler. No one has denied that. But in my humble opinion, majority of the time, Austin Theory didn't need the title. He didn't need it, especially if he was rebranding himself. And in my opinion, with this rebrand, he should have been going through opponents. He should have been fighting. He should have a feud of some kind. And it should have been with Dolph Ziggler without the fucking title. That should have been taken care of first. And then you can keep Lashley on Seth Rollins and then have Seth Rollins move into Mustafa Ali and then drop that title to Mustafa. Now, what I think originally happened is Seth Rollins is over. So there's no way anyone is going to care that Mustafa Ali is taking the title off of him. But if you put the title onto Austin Theory and have Mustafa take the title off of Theory, then you've got yourself a ball game here because people genuinely hate Austin Theory, but everybody will love Mustafa Ali. Do you understand? So in my opinion, instead of having them have this battle for the number one contendership for the title, which to me, neither one of these men are going to acquire. Austin Theory is going to retain that championship with whoever he goes up against. And then they need to move into having Mustafa Ali have an opportunity because this opportunity was taken from him. So he had the match. They were having the match. They were fighting. And for whatever reason, Austin Theory was overly dominant in the match. Okay. To the point where it looked like it was damn near impossible that Austin Theory, that Ali was going to beat Austin Theory, and basically Theory made it very clear, this is the last time that we want to hear anything about opportunities from you, which is elusive to the fact that they could very well end any opportunity that he could have going after the championship from going forward. So now we're stuck in this limbo, and I'm just upset because I feel like Mustafa Ali hasn't gotten a fair shake in any shape or form. You gave him a little inkling of a feud between him and Rollins, but like I said, what I think happened there is that Rollins is just literally way too over and just too fucking big for them to plausibly drop that title to Mustafa and it actually go over well with the fans. Even Seth Rollins can't deny that his how can I put it? His star appeal is bigger than what everyone is expecting. And while yes, he could be a very, very good opportunity to put someone over, it has to work in his favor. And Seth is just way too, everybody loves him. No matter if you hate the way he dressed or whatever, everybody just loves him. He goes over on anybody. Anybody who's a face, heel, and you have to be truly, it has to be somebody who is truly, truly a face in order, and he is beloved beyond belief in order for Seth Rollins not to get cheered. You know what I mean? So it's really, really, it's really difficult. And it makes it very sad because that makes their job 10 times harder. But I do like the idea of that title possibly switching from Theory to Mustafa Ali, which I think would be a better fit. If you're going to give Mustafa the championship, let him have it. At this point, you can't do any wrong with Mustafa as champion. You already have Ricochet going into with Gunther on SmackDown, possibly getting the title from Gunther, which he had it first. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot going on. But like I said, I'm upset that Mustafa is constantly getting the short end of the stick, and I just hope that Mustafa can they find a new way to redeem Mustafa in a better way than what they have been doing. I will say it's a step up from what we were getting when Vince was there, because he wasn't shown at all, and when he was shown, it was not in a good light. But I feel like Triple H can do better, and we all know that he can do much better. So he definitely should. He can't always pander to his babes, the Johnny Garganos of the world. He can't always pander to Austin Theory. He can't always hold their hands and constantly give them everything. He's got to spread the wealth around too. Okay? So we're going to get off of that. Yeah, they build up our hopes to let us down over and over again. Monday Night Raw was great. Good. Glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, Rollins is out here like the mint. He's just making money. Like, genuinely and honestly, there's nothing that anyone can do to compete with Seth Rollins. You just have to learn how to elevate yourself to be able to even be in the same magnitude as Rollins, because he just is on a different level, and there isn't anybody who's even close to him right now. Not even Roman. And Roman, like, can command a lot of attention and shit, but it's crazy though. Damn, just noticed we haven't seen Ciampa in months. Ciampa is injured. Johnny Gargano did tell everybody that Ciampa was injured. I believe it was a month or so ago. So Ciampa's injured. So this poker invitational that fuck ass JBL had led to a couple of matches. Okay, the first match that it led to was the OC versus Corbin and the Alpha Academy. Is that their name? Is that their name? What the hell is Lima Bean's name? Isn't it Alpha Academy? Let me see. It's Alpha Academy. Child, I couldn't remember them two thick ass people name for nothing. Anyway, Chad Gable and Otis and Corbin teamed up against the OC. To which the OC beat them, which I expected nothing less. It was what it was. They tried to do some sneak move shit, but it didn't work out in their favor. Another match that was created out of this poker invitational was Akira Tozawa versus Dominic Mysterio. Now, let me tell y'all something. Corey be outside his rabbit ass mind sometimes. And what really baffles me is that his ignorant ass was on commentary talking about how the girls is infatuated with Dominic Mysterio. Let me tell you something. Ain't no girl having waterfalls except whatever woman he is with right now. Ain't no woman having waterfalls thinking about motherfucking Dominic Mysterio. I could put that on everything I love, and if I'm lying, God forgive me. If I'm talking out of turn, please forgive me. But if you are, you need help. You need help. You need help. You need help. And I would really consider getting some true help if that is what is making you immersed in the nether regions. Dominic Mysterio. Oh. No, bitch. No. Absolutely the fuck not. Okay? Ain't nobody splash waterfalling over Dominic Mysterio. Okay? 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 It's not happening. It's not happening. Stop it. Stop it. All right. I don't know what be going on with Corey, but he be tripping hard. Okay. I don't understand it. Like, it's not like Vince is back there making you say weirdo shit. So you can't use Vince McMahon as a crutch now because he ain't back there. So it was you. It was you this whole time popping off at the mouth. They just let you do whatever you did because you do okay on commentary. It wasn't nobody telling you what to say. You's a lying motherfucker. Now I agree that they was in your ear true enough and they was saying making you say certain things, but your ass be going off the cuff all the time. I see it now. It's you. It's not us. It's you. Okay? And Carmella can defend you all she want to. That's your wife. You her husband. She can defend you. But your ass is gross. Okay? You have lost it. There's something wrong with you. For you to insinuate something like that is disgusting. Okay? Don't nobody want no wet behind the ears, Similac breath, little whiny bitch of a man. Don't nobody want that. Don't nobody want that little wimp. Don't nobody want that. I'm sorry, but it's not attractive. Period. Don't nobody want that little wimpy ass glow stick bitch. Ain't nobody trying to be with Dominic Mysterio. That's not happening. So you can sell your bullshit to somebody else because I'm not buying. I'm not buying it. I mean, Dom's not bad looking. It's just he has a punchable face, especially right now. Kayla, that's your opinion. I'm gonna say he's not my type. He's not attractive to me. He looks like a child to me. Therefore, he is not attractive. I don't find him attractive in any way, shape, or form. He just looks like a kid to me. He got the face of a kid and the body of of a very malnourished grown man. Let's put it that way. And he mostly looked like his mom, and she's lovely, but I am not in that group of people who like him. Telling you. Anyways, y'all. So WWE set up 2 matches today. There were 2 triple threat matches for the girls. This was the third or the second match of the night. It was the second match of the night. Bayley went up against Rhea Ripley and Asuka. Fairly solid match between the 3 women. Ripley and Becky had a little moment. Becky was out there tormenting Bayley, to which Bayley ended up picking up the W and pinning Asuka in this match with these 3. And Rhea Ripley decided for her anger and frustration, she was going to attack Asuka because she lost. Never mind the fact that she was laid out on the outside of the ring on her own volition. Okay, because you could have got your big ass up and got in the ring. You got enough legs and a big enough wingspan to make it to the ring and get inside so that count could have been stopped. But no, you laid your ass out there, so you lost on your own, bitch. You ain't have to blame Asuka for that. You did that to yourself, honey. Okay. Then the main event for the night was with the girls again. Becky, Bliss, and Cross all went up against each other. And I'm gonna admit, I didn't watch the full set of this match, but I tell y'all one thing: I give Becky a lot of flack. I be on her ass. I be on Butterflap's ass. But I tell you this: one thing Becky gonna do. Oh, Becky gonna counter. Okay, Becky gonna parry. Becky gonna counter. Becky gonna make sure that whatever move you trying to get off has some type of counter mechanism to it. Becky gonna do it. Okay, she is one of the best countering ring superstars I've seen in the business. She know how to counter a move, and it's all fluid. It's very smooth. It look realistic. It don't look like it's planned or fake. She knows how to do that. That woman can set some shit up. Okay, I give her that. Because the whole time Bliss thought she had her number, Becky was countering everything that bitch put out there. Everything Bliss did, Becky had a counter or parry for it. She was tearing her little ass up. But where she made her mistake is she left a window open for that crazy heifer on the end right here, Nikki Cross. Now, Nikki Cross, let me tell y'all something. The crazier that bitch get, the weirder she is as a wrestler. Okay, I know what Nikki Cross is capable of and what she can do, but her ring work tonight wasn't that great. And she just was too busy trying to be crazy Nikki and not being crazy but aware. And I just wasn't feeling that. So she took me out of the match a lot, which I didn't care for. And one thing that happened towards the end was Damage Control came out there, cost Becky the match, put her through a table, and pretty much took her out of the match completely, to which Bliss was able to capitalize with Twisted Bliss, and it was Bliss who won her match. Fitting how they put those women in the forefront of the card for the infographic for Raw tonight, and they ended up winning their matches. Mm-hmm. So next week it's gonna be Bliss versus Bayley for the number one contendership to the Raw Women's Championship. And I would imagine that Becky's gonna get some get back and cost Bayley this match and give this number one contendership to Bliss, to which Bliss is probably going to begin her descent into Bray Wyatt territory. And this is when it's going to really start to ramp up. So that story is being told. We saw what's going on with Bobby Lashley and Seth Rollins, and we also saw Austin Theory and his ever-growing ego, as big as it gets, and his viciousness in the ring. Now, in his match with Mustafa Ali, things were going okay until Mustafa got in the corner and Austin Theory began to take him out. He was so vicious and so focused on punching and taking out Mustafa that he damn near lost the match in several points. But this particular time, the ref had to grab him and pull him out of the corner. To which Dolph Ziggler came in the ring and super kicked Austin Theory in the face. This cost Mustafa Ali the match, mainly because he attacked Austin Theory, not Mustafa Ali. Now, that means Mustafa Ali's opportunity is gone, and Austin Theory retains his championship and leaves as the United States champion. This made Mustafa Ali enraged, which I don't blame him. Now, on Dolph Ziggler's side, to be fair, Dolph Ziggler got massacred last week by Austin Theory. A few weeks ago, he made it a point to attack Dolph Ziggler because Dolph Ziggler was treating him like he was still a rookie and he had no business being there. He don't like being called a kid. It's disrespectful to him. So he took Dolph Ziggler out for a couple weeks, and Dolph Ziggler came back to get his revenge. Now, I agree. Both men have a very valid point. Dolph Ziggler's like, you came in, you disrespected me time and time again, and now you got this newfound persona, and you still disrespected me. On Mustafa Ali's side, he feels like he is the rightful owner to that championship. And every time that he had an opportunity, Austin Theory keeps trying to find ways to weasel out of defending that title. He finally gets the opportunity and it's snatched from him because Dolph Ziggler just can't wait his turn. This led to these two men battling it out, at least verbally, to which Austin Theory took advantage and took both of them out, including making sure Dolph Ziggler got taken out in the process. It was pretty bad. Now, as I said, I can see it from both sides, but Dolph could have waited for Mustafa to actually lose the match or win the match and then attack Austin Theory later on. So we have that thing going. And we still have to deal with fuck-ass JBL on the show. And we'll see where things go with Becky, Bayley, and Damage Control. Also, next week, Candice LeRae is supposed to face off against Io Sky. Now, if you've been paying attention for the last couple of weeks, Nikki Cross has been setting her sights on Candice LeRae. And every time she gets into an interview, Nikki Cross is lurking somewhere in the shadows. I don't know where that's going to lead, but you know that is what's happening. Let me get to y'all comments. Kayla said he's not my type. Fun fact, I'm exactly a month older than Dominic. My B-Day is March 5th. I'm aware, he told me before. If I'm Becky, I'd be a petty bitch and cost EO her match against Candice and Bailey against Bliss. Hi guys, happy December. Hello, Tyler. How are you? And that's that. That was your Monday Night Raw. It was fairly simple and straightforward. There wasn't a lot going on, but it wasn't a little bit either. And if you didn't see certain things, you would miss some things. But it was a good show. I will say that. Now NXT is coming up tomorrow, and we're still in that phase of deadline. Deadline is going to be Saturday. Okay. Hold on, hold on, hold on. All right. So deadline is Saturday, and we are most definitely going to have a couple of matches for deadline. They haven't announced anything else in terms of women's title, tag team titles, but I imagine the women's tag team championships are going to be defended at deadline. They just haven't announced it yet. With the match card having two 25-minute matches on it, that is at least 50 minutes, which could lead up to a little less than an hour. It's 10 minutes less than an hour. Usually the PLEs are 2 hours or more, but this pay-per-view might just be an hour and I don't know, 20 minutes or 30 minutes, which isn't a bad pay-per-view for NXT. And I feel like there's just not enough stuff to round out into a big pay-per-view. Okay. So them having this big Iron Survivor Challenge PLE works out in their favor, especially with them having these matches set up correctly. I would have had it so that Pretty Deadly was defending their championships as well as the tag team titles. For the women, that would have filled out a first hour for them, including the men's championship, and everything else would focus on these two 25-minute matches for the Iron Survivor Challenge. With all that being said, these matches are set in stone and they're only missing one more opponent. Okay. So NXT deadline is going to be Saturday at 8 p.m. if you're going to watch the show itself, and it will start at 7 p.m. if you plan on watching the pre-show. Now, if you're not sure about how this is supposed to work in terms of this Iron Survivor Challenge, let me help you out. Okay. All right. So, the Iron Survivor Challenge is simple. I know sometimes it can sound very, very confusing, but let me just clear some things up. Here are the rules for the Iron Survivor Challenge. 5 superstars will compete in this unique 25-minute match as they battle each other and the clock. 2 superstars will start the match, and every 5 minutes, a new superstar will enter the match until all 5 are in the ring. The goal is to have the most falls when the clock hits 25 minutes. Falls can be won at any time via pinfall, submission, or disqualification. When a superstar scores a fall, they will earn 1 point. However, when a superstar loses a fall, that superstar must pay the penalty. They are forced out of the ring and into a penalty box for 90 seconds. Once the 90 seconds are up, the superstar can re-enter the match. The superstar who has scored the most falls when the clock hits 25 minutes will be named the Iron Survivor and become the number 1 contender to the NXT Championship and the NXT Women's Championship, respectively. All right? Those are the rules for the Iron Survivor Challenge. Now it's time to see the superstars in said challenge, which you're looking at currently right now. Sir, the girls are up first. And for right now, we only have 4 competitors announced for the Iron Survivor Challenge: Roxanne Perez, Cora Jade, Zoe Stark, and Kiana James. Okay? Those were the girls who were chosen via the Hall of Famers and Shawn Michaels to compete in this match based on their previous efforts. Now, to this coming Tuesday, we're supposed to have two wild card matches. These wild card matches will determine who the fifth members are going to be in each of the Iron Survivor Challenge matches. Okay? So, we also are going to have Tony D'Angelo wrestling, but I don't know who he's going up against. And Stax is supposed to be with him. That's some stupid ass shit. It's just stupid. But anyways, banana. Dun dun dun. Banana. Do 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 do. Our Georgian minds. The first thing that came to my head when I was looking at this. All right, so the next thing that's going to happen, so like I said, Tuesday you're going to have a couple of matches, and we're going to have the wild card competitor for that match, for the NXT deadline match for the women, is going to be decided, and it's going to be in this match this coming Tuesday. Indy Hartwell will face off against Wendy Chu and Fallon, and all three of these women will be in a triple threat match. This threat match is to decide who will be the fifth member to be included in the Iron Survivor Challenge for the women. Now, just like the women, the men have a competitor missing in action as well. For the men, JD McDonough, Joe Gacy, Carmelo Hayes, and Grayson Waller have all been chosen, handpicked by the Hall of Famers and Shawn Michaels to be in the very first Iron Survivor Challenge match for the men. But as I said before, there is a fifth member missing. So now there is a wild card match to decide who will be in that match. And in that match, this one isn't so much fun. I'm going to be honest. Okay. So for this one, we have Axiom, Von Wagner, and Andre Chase. Von Wagner, in my opinion, is most likely the one who's probably going to win this match. Axiom would be a very close second. And Andre Chase, I just don't see it happening, unfortunately for Chase. Yeah, more than likely it's going to be Wagner, which is high-key disappointing if you really want to know the truth. Because that's not something that I want to see. But if it's something you want to see, cool. Not going to shit on it. But that's not something I want to see. Okay? I can give less than a damn. Just keeping it real, babes. I don't care. Yeah, so we got that down pat. Understood. Is that the Muppets song? Yeah. Oh, Wagnucks. I can't with her. So, one of these men will be determined to be able to fill this last slot and compete in the men's Iron Survivor Challenge match. And the final match that was announced for Deadline is for the men's championship. Now, technically, Mandy doesn't have to defend her title at this pay-per-view because she just recently defended her title about 2 weeks ago. So out of fairness, I don't expect Mandy to be put on this card for Deadline. She wouldn't add to it or take away from it in either way. So, yeah, I wouldn't give a shit. However, Brian Breaker and Apollo Crews are set to collide for this NXT championship. Quite honestly, I would prefer if Apollo Crews won the championship. That way, somebody like JD McDonough or Carmelo Hayes or even Grayson Waller would have something to play off of when it comes to Brian Breaker, especially JD McDonough. Like, I don't want to see him go up against Brian Breaker again if he was to win the Iron Survivor Challenge. And I think that Grayson Waller and Apollo Crews do have good chemistry with each other. But I think that Carmelo Hayes and Apollo Crews would play extremely well off of each other, and it just would be so much fun to watch them go back and forth. With all that being said, if Braun Breaker would retain his championship, I would not mind watching Breaker go up against Carmelo Hayes, but him possibly going up against Gacy or McDonough again, or even Von Wagner if he wins in the wild card, is just not appealing to me. A 3 out of 5 chance that he could have a repeat match is not appealing to me. That's why Grayson Waller or Carmelo Hayes would have to win in this match in order for it to work. And just for me to be okay with what we're seeing. For the women's match, another one that I don't want to see is another one. Like 3 out of these women have already competed for the women's championship at some point in their careers in NXT. Cora, Roxanne, and Zoe have all had opportunities at that championship and have failed, whether it was through interference from someone else or not. They all failed. With that being said, I don't want to see a repeat match between Zoe, Cora, and Roxanne going up against Mandy. It's not worth the time nor the effort. Now, Kiana, okay, but I don't see that match working out between the two of them. Quite frankly, I think the best choice out of the 3 for these women is Indy Hartwell, and let Indy Hartwell be the one to go up against Mandy and take that title from her. Indy could be your next NXT Women's Champion. She can be a transitional champion, have that belt for a little while. We're talking at least 3-4 months. She drops it and then moves up to the main roster. At least that's the way I would do it. She's been on the roster for quite some time. And like I say all the time, in NXT, I think the bare minimum that you should be down there is 2 to 3 years. And 3 years is pushing it. You shouldn't be down in NXT for any longer than that because it is developmental. At some point, you got to spread your wings and fly. And Indy is more than ready and prepared to be on the main roster. Not to mention, she has plenty of people there that she knows that she can bounce off of, from Dexter Lumis to Candice LeRae to even Johnny Gargano, and then countless of others. She was there when Bianca and them was there. She wasn't in the forefront, but she was there. And there are other girls that she was there with as well. So Indy is more than prepared for the main roster, and I would send her up. Quite frankly, I don't think Wendy Chu should be in this type of match. I don't think that this is her forte. While she's a great wrestler, I wouldn't put her in this match. But if Fallon happened to win, I wouldn't be mad about that either. But like I said, it'd be a slim chance in this match that Fallon or Kiana would win the opportunity to challenge Mandy for that championship. It's going to be somebody who's an anti-hero or a face that's going to win. And I don't want it to be Roxanne as much as people love Roxanne. I think Roxanne's a good wrestler. Character-wise, I think she could still use some work as a face. But I don't want to see Roxanne go up against Mandy again. Definitely don't want to see fuck-ass Cora go up against her. And Zoe, we already saw that. And clearly you can't get the job done either. So I don't want to see that either. So whatever they decide to do, I hope it's worth all the time and effort that I put into this match, because it's a lot. I'm talking to myself, President Tim. Hi, Nicole. Nicole said yes. She said Indy has been there too long. It's gonna be Roxy. I don't want it to be. I like Roxanne. I think Roxanne is great. I just don't want it to be her. We've already seen her go up against Mandy and she didn't win. And I'm just like, what about the other girls who haven't had the opportunity? Let Indy be the one. Let it be her. Indy should be the one, and then Indy should move on and be champ. That's it. Like, I don't want to see it. I'm not shitting on Roxanne because I like Roxanne, but like, I just don't want to see her. And then I can see it now. Her face character isn't as strong as it should be. It's very, very nice girly, and I'm okay with a nice girl character, but it's borderline like, oh, how can I explain it? damn, how can I explain it? It's like having, she is almost spineless until she's pushed into a corner. And she wants everything to be done by the book. And you're not going to beat Mandy character wise. You're not going to, kayfabe wise, you're not going to beat her going about it the right way, air quotes. Like, you're going to have to get yourself a little bit more dirty than that. And she just strikes me as someone that it's not going to, her character, the way that it's being presented, it's not going to work. Mandy's going to trample all over her if given the opportunity. She's going to cheat and backbite. And unless Roxanne has some help in the wings, I don't see her beating her. Now, Indy Hartwell, I can see that. I can see that happening. Indy's got some fire to her. And Roxanne does too, but it takes a lot of coaxing to get it out. With Indy, it's like, I'm going to do what I have to get rid of you. You feel me? And I think that's a better fit for Mandy than Roxanne at this point. I want Indy Hartwell to win that Iron Survivor Challenge. She has to earn her way in it, number one, which I thought was really fucked up. Quite frankly, Cora should have been the one earning her way into this match. I don't know how you could pick Cora over Indy Hartwell, but they did. I'm going to leave it at that. Cora should have been the one earning her shot into this match. Right along with Wendy. They'd have been doing it together. But I want Indy to win that match. I really, really do. Somebody spelled Wagners with a Z on the sign, and I was like, dang, I should have done that. Kenny Orama, hello, what happened? Nothing happened. We're talking about Deadline. I agree that it shouldn't be Roxanne, but I could imagine them writing it that way, which I hate. I don't want it to be Roxanne. I don't want it to be Roxanne. Now, one thing I am waiting on is I want to see what happens when they finally put Ava Raine in a match. It's going to be an interesting thing to watch Ava Raine wrestle and who she's going to wrestle. Also, Elektra Lopez is back there. I think they could have used Elektra Lopez in this triple threat over Wendy. I'm not trying to shit on Wendy, but I feel like Elektra made quite the impact when she came back to NXT. And I think if you're going to build characters, then Elektra needs to be one of them that you're building up. She needs to be one of them that you're putting in the place. Like, this is going to be one of our staples for the next couple of years. You see what I mean? It's a little bit like side ponytail Bailey with a little bit more awkward talking. Like, you get where she was going, but you're cringing the whole time you watch. I didn't cringe as much with Bailey because I kind of got it. Like, the whole hugger thing was cute to me. I didn't have an issue with it. Bailey could get down in the dumps though. Like, you saw it. It came out when it needed to. Except for when she had that match with Bliss. Like, she clearly didn't want to do that, or at least character-wise she didn't. Or they wouldn't let her. I'll say more as they wouldn't let her. But Roxanne had it. I don't know if it's just the way they want her to present her character, or that's the way she's doing it. But Roxanne's characterization of a face character is an extreme baby face. And I just need her to have a little bit more edge than that. That is all. Other than that, ladies and gentlemen, we're real short tonight. I has nothing else to talk about. Okay, because wrestling is really thinning out. We don't have no more pay-per-views. Okay. All the main pay-per-views are gone. And this is NXT's last PLE as well. So we have nothing else to discuss. Royal Rumble is coming up next month, which is in January. Okay. And my birthday is in 7 days. In 7 days, I will be older. And that's okay. That is okay. I am 100% okay with that because I'm blessed enough to be here. Okay. Now, I do have a post on the community tab. If you want to check out the community tab, you definitely can. That lets you know if you want to get me something for my birthday, you definitely can, but you are not obligated to. You can get me something for my birthday. I have a birthday wish list that's on Amazon, so it makes it easy for you to purchase whatever you want to purchase and ship it out. Live your best life. And also, if you don't want to do that, or you feel like you just want to, give me a nice little birthday shout out, you definitely can do that. If you want to send me something Cash App wise, you can Cash App me. The Cash App is always there. Okay, so here's the Cash App. All that good stuff. Now, if somebody asked me what I was doing for my birthday, I'm not doing anything for my birthday. Okay, I'm gonna be at home watching Monday Night Raw, yelling at the TV, and doing commentary again, like I did tonight. And I did go back to commentary, so some of y'all was very upset with me because I wasn't on commentary for 2 weeks.
Man, fuck that.
But I was preparing to go out of town, and I was out of town. So that was one of the reasons why I didn't do commentary for the last 2 weeks. But yeah, Monday is my birthday. I'm not gonna do anything for my birthday this year, focusing solely on Christmas with my moms and my fams and the hubs. Hopefully I'll be able to do something later on, or do something in January for my birthday. I have to figure it out. But as of right now, I'm going to be chilling. Okay. So y'all have a good night. Make sure you get some sleep. Make sure you do your skincare routine. Brush your teeth. Don't be like Rhea Ripley with onion bagel breath. Brush your teeth,
Cream your ankles.
Yeah, cream your ankles. It's important. Cream your ankles, all right? Cream them knees. Keep all that stuff good and shiny and moisturized. As my mama would say, you got to be moisturized, okay? I will see you guys tomorrow after NXT. I probably will not watch NXT. I'm not going to lie. I do not want to watch that. I probably won't watch it, but I'll come back if Kenny does notes for me, because she usually watches it. I'll come back and do a review of it. We'll talk about whatever else is on your mind. Plus, we always have Freestyle Wednesday with the SBC chat. And of course, I will go live Friday after SmackDown. Sir. And I'll go live after NXT. It shouldn't be that long anyway. So you guys enjoy your rest of your night. Get some sleep. Okay? Make sure you wake up productive and do something great. Set a goal. Achieve said goal. That's what I'm going to do. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.